السلام عليكم، شلونكم؟ ان شاء الله تكونوا بخير. اليوم راح نحكي شوي عن anatomy of the small intestine. مثل ما تعرفون انه small intestine the longest part of the GIT or alimentary canal is extended from the pylorus of the stomach to the ileocecal junction. Here's the ileocecal junction. The small intestine formed from three parts: duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. First, we will talk about the duodenum. Duodenum located between the stomach and jejunum. Duodenum is a C shape, as you see here, is a C shape, located at the epigastric and umbilical region. Duodenum is retroperitoneal organ, covered by peritoneum only in their anterior surface, except the first part of duodenum, which is intraperitoneal organ, that contain in their upper border a lesser omentum, and in lower border the greater omentum. There is area in the duodenum didn't cover with the peritoneum. We called it Bear's area. Here's the Bear's area of the duodenum. Here's also the Bear's area of duodenum. This area didn't cover with peritoneum, even at anterior surface. Anterior surface. The duodenum forms from four parts. Four parts, as I said. The first part of duodenum is a transverse part located at level of L1, first lumbar vertebra. It's long about 2 inch. Second part is downward for ventrically, pass downward and ventrically. Located between first to third lumbar vertebra. أقوى مصادر يقولون between second and third lumbar vertebrae. It's long about 3 inch. Third part of the duodenum راح يكون transverse مثل first part, located at the level of third lumbar vertebra. It's long about 4 inch. Fourth part of the duodenum راح يكون ascending, located between the R3 and L2. يعني هو بيساعدنا ال L2. تمام. It's long about 1 inch. مثل ما اتفقنا انه just first part is intraperitoneal organ. First of duodenum, as all we know, it's connected with the stomach by the pyloric sphincter. The first part runs transverse way along the transpyloric line of the abdomen. So the relation of the first part of duodenum. First, anterior relation. The first part is anteriorly covered by liver and gallbladder. Posteriorly, was structure located posterior to the first part of duodenum. As you see here is the bile duct run posterior to first part of the duodenum, gastroduodenal artery and portal vein. First part of duodenum. As all we know, first part of duodenum connected with the stomach by the pyloric sphincter. Are also transverse way along the transpyloric line of the abdomen. Anterior relation of first part of duodenum is with the quadrate lobe of the liver and gallbladder, as you see here. About the posterior relation of first part of duodenum, as you see here, what's the structure located posterior part of the duodenum? It's bile duct, gastroduodenal artery, portal vein, and inferior vena cava. All the structure located posterior to the posterior to the first part of the duodenum. Superior to it, we found the apoplock foramen. The apoplock foramen that connected between greater and lesser sac, if you remember. Inferior to it, we can see the head of pancreas. Second part of duodenum. Second part run ventrically and downward along the right kidney and to the right of second and third transverse process of the second and third lumbar vertebra. See the difference between what the lining of the first part of the duodenum and second part of the duodenum. If you note in the first part, the smooth mucous membrane is lining the first part of the duodenum, but in second part of duodenum we can see many circular fold. This circular fold we call it plica circularis. In second part of duodenum, the main pancreatic duct united with a bile duct to form umbula, and umbula open in the duodenum in second part of duodenum in the major duodenal papilla. Above the major duodenal papilla, you can see here is minor duodenal papilla when the accessory bile duct enter to the second part of the relations of second part of the duodenum. Anteriorly, a structure located anterior to the second part of the duodenum is the fundus of the gallbladder and transverse colon, also the liver. Posterior to it, we can see the ileum of the right kidney and the right ureter. Laterally, lateral to the second part of the duodenum, we can see the descending colon and ascending colon in blue color and left colon flexure in red color and the liver in the yellow color. Medially, medial to it we can see the main pancreatic duct, bile duct, accessory pancreatic duct, and the head of the pancreas. Third part of duodenum. Third part of duodenum run horizontally in the subcostal toward left subcostal plane in front of the vertebral column below the head of the pancreas, as you see here. About the relation of third part of the duodenum. Anteriorly, the mesentery of anterior to the third part of duodenum, we found mesentery of the small intestine. Also, we found the blood vessel inside this mesentery, which is a superior mesenteric blood vessel, artery and vein. All this anterior to the third part of the duodenum. Posterior to it, we can see the psoas major, posterior to third part, psoas major muscle, and right ureter also, and right gonadal vessel, here, right testicular artery or ovarian in female. This about anterior and posterior. Superiorly, we can see the head of the pancreas run superior to the third part of the head of pancreas, run to superior part of the third part of duodenum. Inferiorly, you can see coil of small intestine. Fourth part of the duodenum. Here is the fourth part of duodenum and run it to the left to connect with the jejunum and by the duodenal fracture. Here's the duodenal fracture. This jejunal fracture is fixed in position by the ligamentum teres or suspensory ligament, which called it ligamentum teres, connect the duodenal fracture by the diaphragm. About the relations of fourth part of the duodenum, anteriorly we can see the root of the mesentery, and posteriorly the medial border of the left psoas muscle and lateral margin of the blood supply of the duodenum. هذه تقسيمتنا اللي قسمناها في الفيديو السابق إنه إذا كانت الأورجان developed from foregut فإن هي تستلم لي blood supply من celiac artery. أما إذا كانت من الميدجات فتستلم لي blood supply من superior mesenteric artery. الduodenum above the major papilla راح يكون عندنا developed from foregut. Below the major papilla راح يكون developed from the midgut. Above to this point will receive blood supply from the celiac artery below to this point receive blood supply from the superior mesenteric artery. So here above to the major papilla مثل ما اتفقنا راح ياخذلنا blood supply من celiac artery, then hepatic artery will give us the superior pancreatoduodenal artery. فهسه superior pancreatoduodenal artery will give blood supply to the upper part of the duodenum. This superior pancreatoduodenal artery come from the celiac trunk. Here, celiac trunk, hepatic artery will give us superior pancreatoduodenal artery. Below the major papilla قلنا راح ياخذنا blood supply من superior mesenteric artery. فالسوبيريور mesenteric artery راح يعطينا inferior pancreatoduodenal artery which supplies the lower part of the duodenum. ما راح ناخذ more detail عن الجيجينوم اليوم، راح ناخذ بس important point اللي ممكن تجينا بالعملي. أول مرة خلينا نباوع للinternal lining of the jejunum and ileum. مثل ما تشوفون هنا بالجيجينوم لقينا internal lining أو internal mucosa of the jejunum لقينا circular fold. نفسها شفناها بالsecond part of the jejunum إذا تذكرون. هاي circular fold سميناها plica circularis. تمام. while in the ileum we didn't have this circular fold mucosa of the ileum, but we have the other structures called Bear's patch. Bear's patch is lymph node aggregation of the lymph node. تمام. The mucus of the ileum rich with lymph nodes either solitary or aggregation form. هاي فيما يخص الميوكوسا of the jejunum and ileum. زين نجي الميزنتري. الميزنتري of the ileum has, here's the mesentery, has more fat than mesentery of the jejunum. Okay. Also, here's the blood vessel in the ileum has more become more arcuate and have more branches than the blood vessel in the jejunum. طبعا blood supply of the jejunum and ileum from superior mesenteric artery باعتبار ان هم جايين من يعني from embryologically developed from the midgut. اوكي. هنا خلصت محاضرتنا. أتمنى تكون استفاديتوا من هاي المحاضرة. كانت قصيرة ما أخذنا بها details كلش هواي لأنه أعرف وقتكم قليل، يعني امتحانكم قريب، فما حبيت أسوي لكم محاضرة طويلة. أتمنى تكون استفاديتوا. الملزمة راح تلقوها بالتليجرام الرابط بالوصف. وشكرا جزيلا. دمتم بود.